One of the things that I believe in my cooking is that keep the food simple. The joy, the passion, and the love shows in the making of it. So sometimes simple food doesn't have to be expensive or fancy food. Correct. No worries about it. Just mix it well.
It can be affordable, it can be quality, and it can be delicious all at once. What's up everybody? This is Enchong Dee, your friendly budgetarian. And today, I am so excited because I will be joined by the amazing, one of the most humble people I know and super talented, Chef Enchong Dee. Chef Enchong Dee is the food director of, kung hindi naman kayo nagtatanong, I'm sure lahat tayo, karamihan sa atin ay napanood ang Crazy Rich Asian movie. And now, he's here in the Philippines for a very, very good and timely campaign na isi-share namin sa inyo. But today, Chef, how are you, Chef?
I feel so happy and so excited to see you again.
I know. Our first time meeting each other was in Singapore.
Yeah, 9 months ago.
9 months ago, and Chef basically saw my ups and my downs and my everything in between. But today, Chef John, what are we going to do?
I was thinking, what should I do actually? And then with your team and title, Budgetarian, I was actually thinking, let's forget about the expensive ingredients. Let's use our hands. Simple, homemade. No fancy food equipments, and then no expensive ingredients. One of the biggest things that impact me, my jobs and my work require me to actually travel to a lot of places. And then one of the things that I realized is that you tell anybody what Philippines is actually famous for is bananas.
Yes, sabi ni Chef, kahit saan sa mundo, kapag saging ang pinag-uusapan, laging source nun ay Philippines. So, ibig sabihin, yung ingredients na to accessible sa atin. So, madaling-madali nyo, pwede nyo gawin. Lalo na ngayon, magpapasko, pwede natin iserve sa family and friends natin.
So, without further ado, we're gonna show you a very quick recipe for the banana cakes. So, we're gonna start off with some butter, unsalted butter, 175 grams of butter, and then 125 grams of sugar. And then normally when I do desserts, I prefer to use brown sugar. Brown sugar tends to have a very deep caramel taste behind it, and also it's not too sweet. So brown sugar is highly encouraged for desserts. And then if you want to reduce the sugar down to maybe 80 grams, feel free to do it. So first thing, maybe you help me mix it. Okay, gently mix it. Yeah. Just mix it well will do, no worry about that. Another thing about doing desserts, right, is you must keep calm. Keep calm, be happy. One of the things that I always believe when you do food and things like that, if you keep calm, you do food, you are happy, your dessert will be sweet. If you are feeling sad or you're feeling frustrated, the dessert will taste a little bit weird.
Yes,
yeah,
that's why a lot of people find cooking very therapeutic.
What happens is also maybe I would want to share. This is actually my 5th or 6th time coming to Philippines, and then normally when I come to Philippines, I used to do a lot of work for fashion TV, so I tend to go to places like Cebu, and then Manila. Actually, I have very short timing here, but I've been staying here for the past 3 to 4 days. I can tell you, I love it here. So, the day I was thinking, I must do a few more things here, and then hopefully that give me a reason to come back here.
You know what? You are always welcome to our Budgetarian channel because, oh my gosh, I wish a lot of people, a lot of Filipinos can try Chef John's creation.
Mine is actually very simple because one of the things that I believe in my cooking is that keep the food simple. The joy, the passion, and the love shows in the making of it. So sometimes simple food doesn't have to be expensive or fancy food. Correct. No worries about it. Just mix it well. It takes a bit of time, but no worries about it. Just loosen it, and then you can use 2 hands. Loosen it, and then we can get it. And then as Enchong is actually doing the butter and the sugar, I also got some bananas. 125 grams of bananas, and then with some eggs. Put it in. 3 numbers of eggs. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Onto 150 grams of plain flour, and then another teaspoon of baking soda. You ask, why do I need baking powder and baking soda? Literally in food science or in baking, one actually causes it to rise and the other one just hold the shape of the cakes. So mix this well. This banana cake is going to be a crowd pleaser. Be it young kids to adults or to a grandpa, grandma, they will love this because literally what this actually brings is it's so simple and then it's not too overly sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, let me put a little bit of milk, 180 ml of fresh milk or UHT milk. Just mix it until the liquid is together.
I noticed that when you eat, you bond with your friends, with your family, but I realized that even cooking, even the preparation, the process going to that meal can be a way of bonding also.
Okay, so let's mix it a bit more. So until it's actually become a paste.
I also noticed during the pandemic, a lot of Filipinos started their own cooking at home, selling it online, sending it to friends and families.
I think it's the same back in Singapore also. And then, but to me, it's like, just imagine, if you look at the bright side of COVID, right? My kids was telling me, I get to spend all the time that I need. I always find that COVID is a period whereby our life actually go into a reset mode. But you look at the good thing and the positive bad about it. We get to spend time. We get to do things that we don't really get to do it. Yeah. And then, true enough, it might affect certain people's, but nevertheless, look at the bright side. Whatever thing's gonna be, things gonna just get better. You will never be at the bottom. What goes down must comes up.
I thought we're just gonna cook, but it's apparently a you get my point.
It's actually very simple. We do not need expensive mixers and things like that. Just mash the bananas until it's small.
Since we are already in the topic of during the COVID, when food as a medium of bonding for a lot of families, Chef, I know that also currently in Singapore you are commissioned by the
MCYYS. It's a ministry for families, young kids, and elderly.
And you are commissioned to promote eating, dining together.
Yeah, we actually have a group shop chef in Singapore whereby we want to pass the message of, family that actually eat together, stays together. We highly wanted to encourage people or families that is able to even cook the most simplest meal like a chicken soup, banana cakes, or fried rice. We want to pass the vibe down to tell people cooking itself is not just essential. It's also a very important tool to actually bond families together. And then cooking brings joy. It has no religion or races or where we come from. It just brings you tremendous joy. Okay, I think it looks like, let's you hold this and then I give it a final stir. Okay, a final stir. And then I think it's that easy. And then to me, it's like if you could, do this with your kids, do it with your loved one, something that is so simple and easy. Okay. Help me do a final stir.
Nakakatuwa kasi, di ba, parang pag mga bata tayo, normal sa atin mga Pilipino na mag-dine together with family, ganyan. Pero kapag tumatanda tayo, kapag nagsisimula na tayo magtrabaho, parang syempre nababawasan yung oras with the family. And I think it's also a good reminder that, our parents are getting older, we are getting older, so spend quality time with them as much as we can through food.
There's actually a tagline that I always believe is called Carpe Diem, which is seize the day. That is the notion that we should be actually living. I think we are good. Okay, maybe you help me do this. We're gonna top it in, maybe slightly more than half.
Actually, what we're doing now reminds me of my mom when she would bake puto. We have this rice cupcakes-ish. It's white and it has cheese on top. It's like our version of rice cake, but more of a sweet bread.
Okay.
And my mom would always have this stirrer, and we would eat the icing while she's finishing everything.
Yeah, as you see just now, right? As we make very simple recipe that less than 5 or 10 minutes. The talks that we have, the discussion that we have. Just imagine this is a time whereby a family really get to bond together. Cooking together is also a very great way to distress lah. The kind of joy that it brings. For me as a chef, nothing beats the joy of my customers or my friend or my loved one loving the food. Nothing beats it.
I was actually about to ask that. Is it like a gauge for chefs na if they finish your food, if they clean the plate, that's like the
That is
best
a big joy.
compliment.
Yes, that's the best compliment. In Singapore terms, making a dessert like this doesn't cost me more than $8 or $5. If it's Philippines, I think 200 peso.
Budgetarian friendly. And nakakatuwa kasi 2 weeks ago, before lumipad dito si Chef, nag-message siya sa akin. Sabi niya na, can we shoot a budgetarian video that we can share? And then I said, Chef, yes. I'm so excited because, you know, marami tayong matutulungan eh. Maraming mga nanonood sa atin na, okay, pwede pa lang. It can be affordable, it can be quality, and it can be delicious all at once.
It's all from the heart. From the heart. You know, we cook something to please, to give them an option that is healthy and it's also tasty. You don't have to be, you know, expensive. Okay, so what we're gonna do is once we finish it like this, so next thing we're gonna do is gonna pop it in a small toaster oven. Most people will have this at home, and then put it in for 170 degrees. Cook it for around 35 to 45 minutes. You know, then how to make sure it's cooked is just poke a knife or a needle inside. It comes out clean. The cake is done. So let me pop it in, and then I'll bring it out shortly. Come.
So it's been how many minutes?
35 to 40.
35 to 40 minutes. And it's ready!
Let me bring it up.
I'm so
Let me show you. It's hot, piping hot. Okay. So what we're gonna do is very simple. Normally we just take it off the mold.
How?
Take a bite. Just shake a bit.
Ba't hindi nahulog yung sa
No worries. Okay. Maybe you want to try. Take a bite. It's hot. Warm. Not too sweet. Very fragrant.
I always love the texture when it's like crunchy on the side.
On the outside, soft.
In the inside. Oh my goodness, and it's moist.
This actually will go very well with a black sparkling coffee.
It's perfect because it has enough sweetness.
Not too much. Sweet fragrant because we're using brown sugar, but it's not overly sweet on the palate.
The sweet is coming from the
Not
banana.
just banana, but the
banana.
fragrant, yes.
Yeah.
But in pastry, the science behind it, you still need a little bit of sugar. Tell them how you feel. Dessert brings so much joy.
So much joy. I'm very joyful right now. Oh my gosh.
Simple, right? No expensive mixer needed.
And Chef, what I like about this is like small portions. So the crunchiness, you can really experience it in the whole cake, in the whole banana cake.
Yeah, normally when you do a big loaf, right, the thing about it is only the side is crunchy. The center is a bit too gelato or too much. So normally I prefer small cakes. Small cakes allows you to eat small bites.
This is giving me makes me reminisce the one that I had during the ceremony, during our celebration.
Correct.
Oh my gosh, Philippine bananas represent. Oh my
You
gosh,
finish yours already.
it's gone. I don't know what happened. Guys, sana pwede kong i-share sa inyo. Sana gusto ko ipahagad sa inyo how good it is. It's so simple, it's very affordable, and it's quick to make. Chef John, thank you very much.
No, I'm very happy.
Oh my gosh. Please, sana itry nyo to sa bahay ninyo, and please follow all our social media accounts right here, right now. Binibilis ako na kasi gusto ko siya ulit matry. I am so happy. Please like, comment, subscribe to our channel, and Chef John, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh
Very
my
happy
gosh.
to be here.
We had our rice, we had our chicken, and now we had our dessert. It's complete, but
It's a complete meal.
I hope this is not the first and last time we're
No,
gonna
no,
do
no. I
video.
will find a reason to come back. Let me
And
find a
shoot
few
more.
reasons. Yeah,
Yes.
I'll come back. I will come back.
Yes, it's very affordable, guys, very healthy, perfect na perfect ngayong holiday season. I will see you again. Bye-bye.